Okay, now let's talk about pump positioning. I like to start with the lower. I like to keep the lower print stations out. So I'll go into what I mean. All right, that's a simple drawing of an 8-color CI press, right? Maybe the web is going this way, coming around the neck, coming back around that way, and going back over that way, let's say, right? If you're looking at the gear side, that's a common configuration. All right, so now you have a print station here, another one here, another one here, another one there, something like that. So you got the same situation over here. Remember, just a simple sketch, okay? So this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If yours is in a different sequence or something like that, then just go ahead and compensate for that. Okay. Now, all right. So let's look at the 2 bottom stations here. Okay. You're going to have 8 pumps here. Let's go ahead and put up 8 ink pumps, okay? And this is not necessarily to scale, but here we go. All right? You've got 8 ink pumps back there, and you're getting ready to create a mess with hoses and stuff like that. So, now, what I like to do is, the outer 2 ones will be for the lower print station. So now let's say you've got your plate cylinder here, your analog roll there, and your doctored blade chamber or your rubber roller, whatever. But basically, this is where your hoses originate from. Okay, so this is where we're interested. These are the focal points of where the hoses go into and out of each print station. All right, so these are the points that our hoses are coming from, and and all that to the ink pumps. Now, I like to bring this one here. I like to bring this one next here. I like to bring that one next there. And I like to bring that one next there. And I like to bring this one here, and this one here, and that one there, and that one there. Okay? Now, even though it kind of makes the sequence, so now that what you have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, okay? You don't have this nice thing of it being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. It doesn't work out that cleanly, okay? That's fine. But what it does do is a couple of things. Let's say I was to run this one from here to here, and then go through the sequence and end up running from there to there. Number one, I'm going to have about the same hose length here, but now the hose length that has to run from here to here is longer, so there's more material running this way, okay? So material is a deciding factor. Another, because you're going to have to convince people to do this, and you're going to have to start off with brand new hoses and everything like that, and you'd be surprised at how much this is going to cost you. All right. So the other thing is that if I were to run this over here and this over here, I'm going to end up with a crisscrossing of hoses. And by doing it this way, I've really avoided a lot of the crisscrossing that might have happened, okay? So you may already have it set up that way. All right. Now, so, avoid the temptation to cross hoses, as I call it here. Avoid the temptation to cross hoses in order to make a more convenient lineup of the pumps and stuff like that, okay? All right. Now, while we're trying to economize on hose material, you need to give yourself enough hose length for flexibility in shifting pumps for service. You might be right in the middle of an 8-color job, and this pump stops working. Pump 7 stops working. Now what do you have to do? You have to cut off the flow to this thing, Think quick, move the pump away from this area a little bit, maybe bring another pump replacement or something like that. There's going to be some activity here. You need a little bit of hose length to work with that, okay? But not too much, all right? And another reason for not having any unnecessary hose length is you have ink volume in hoses. The more hose length and combined you have, the more ink volume is on its way down and all of that in the process. So it increases the amount of ink you have to have in the system just to keep the printing station wet. All right. So now you can start off by positioning the pumps without hoses and laying it out and saying, man, if we could keep that like that, that would be great. So you set yourself up that way. I know you probably have the drying tunnels coming down through there and other hoses running through the dryers, the BC dryers and all that. I know it's probably a mess. But try to set yourself up that way. All right?